Can I ask you about the Bulldogs then? You've scouted them, obviously.
Yeah.
What's your impression?
Oh, look, I think they're a top four side. Arguably the best midfield in the competition. Acquisitions over summer. I think there's plenty of belief there. They play a really good system. So it's going to be a massive challenge for us. We can't wait to get over there. I don't think we've been to Melbourne since the final we played against Geelong. So we're looking forward to the travel and getting over there and getting amongst it, but it's going to be a massive task.
What's your feeling about the new rules now? Because that was so extraordinary with the tackles and the stoppages and the uncontested marks. Do you think that'll continue, or is that just...
I don't know. No, I think it depends on the style of play you've got and who you're playing against. So, Gold Coast played a certain way and we played our way, and it's sort of what happened. And I think the Bulldogs play a completely different system. So I dare say it'll be harder to get the ball back at stages, but a lot of teams play their own way, and whatever the rule gives them, they'll take. So, yeah, it was a unique game, our one. It was quite high in uncontested possessions and low in tackles, but it still was a bloody tough game to play. So, yeah, I don't think we'll get the same looking game this week.
How does Nick feel about less stoppage?
Well, I mean, the danger, I suppose, for these less rotations, if they keep cutting it back and the game's length stayed the same, is you players like Nick will be hard to keep in the game. The endurance players will step up and, we'll get what we get. So, I suppose it's good that Nick's getting at the back end of his career and not at the start, because it'd be difficult to keep up with the game, which I'm sure he'd adapt, but it'd be more of a challenge.
Do you think a ruckman would be difficult to be in the or the athletic big man?
I think we'll just adapt. The players will adapt. I mean, when you change the rules, it's a short-term change we see, but it goes all the way down to list management and what you need to recruit as well. So if it's going to trend this way, we need to look at the type of players you draft, and power athletes, repeat speed, who multiple rotations to keep that energy. You might have to change and adapt to the rules. So that'll be down the track.
Right, selection. If you take out the centre downs, is there only average 7 around the ground stoppages per game on the weekend? Can you play with one ruckman in that situation? Just rest there.
Maybe.
How do you have to assess it?
We just have to assess it. I think there was a game 3 or 4 years ago, might have been 17 or 16, round 1, and I think the score was, we played Brisbane 140 to 100, and I thought the game's changed. It's gone, it's quick, and by the round 5 it went back to what it normally was. So I think we just got to see how the next 3 or 4 rounds look before we jump to any major conclusions. It was all exciting across the weekend. It was great to have that type of football played. I really enjoyed watching other games, so we'll just see what happens.
What do you take away from the game against Gold Coast? It's kind of like you had a really good start and that you ran out the game well, but the middle was tight. What are we learning from that?
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I think Gold Coast are a good side. I was happy with their resilience, the fact that we hung in there for 2.5 quarters and then we broke it open in the last. And that was probably because of our maturity, and I thought we ran the game out really well as well. So each game is going to look different. I wasn't surprised at all that we got that type of game.
Will you have to be better against the Bulldogs?
I don't know if it's better, it's just that it'll be a different challenge. We'll have to play the absolute best to win. I think that's true. What they're doing at the moment, a bit of a contrast in styles. I mean, similar kicks, but handballs, they must have had almost 80 or 90 more handballs than us. And that's been Bevo's way for a while, and we're a different style. So the game will look different this week.
You mentioned they've got arguably the best midfield in Adam. How are you guys placed, and how excited for that challenge?
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we're missing a couple of our top class mids, but we think we've got the depth challenge. But yeah, with some of the inclusions the Doggers have got, it's not just their midfield. They've probably got 3 or 4 mids in different positions as well that they can run through there. So that's always going to be a mammoth task against the Doggies. That's going to be a real challenge.
The medical sub, do you have a philosophy on how long a player can play that role, or would you look to move Jermaine into a different role?
Yeah, I don't think he didn't play last. He got registered as a game and he got paid, but he didn't play. So we won't do that again with him this week. So we'll need to rotate it if they don't get to play.
What are your options with him to bring him into your 22?
Oh, we'll look at it. Yeah, I don't think we've got any injuries from the weekend. And our Waffle boys all got through unscathed. So we've got no more injuries than we've got. So we'll look at that today. Main train today, match committee this afternoon, and we fly it tomorrow.
After a suspension like Patrick Dangerfield, do you address your players and say, look, or do you just assume that they'll understand that, you know, that's the line there sort of thing?
Yeah, we don't really, I'm not going to tell them don't bump anymore and the bump's gone. I think the players are pretty smart. They'll work it out themselves. Traditionally with the rule changes or whatever's in play at the moment, they read the cues pretty well. So, you know, you run yourself a danger if you do decide to bump. So I think they'll work it out.
From a travelling perspective, everything changed last year. Everyone let you things. Do you do anything different, or do you go back to what you did forever and a day with your travel routine on the road?
Yeah, whippersnipper's going well, isn't it? We haven't been to Melbourne since 19, so we've got a routine we stick to. A few things different. The hotels, I think, are a quarantine hotel, so we've changed where we stay. But it should feel pretty normal for us from a travel point of view. There'll be challenges throughout the year with flights, I think. It'll be a bit different. Planes a bit smaller, but we'll be fine.
Do you think you'll be better served for last year being on the road for so long when you are in the States to perform? Is there a chance it's differently, be better? Obviously you're always travelling.
Yeah, different scenario last year. I think we were 5-5 on the road. Most years you take that. You know, if you win half your games on the road, you've done a pretty good job and get your home games done. So different scenario last year, but you know, if we have to do that again with the hubs and the extended break, we've definitely learned a lot from that. But these games are in and out, a bit different.
Interesting game last year. Obviously, had a few blokes missing against him. Bontempelli went nuts, and he always does against you.
He did, yeah.
How good is he?
He's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, he's got everything. So, and he's starting to hit the scoreboard as well. So, yeah, we've got to put a lot of work into him. But if you do that, it just frees up so many others as well. So, it's part of their strength, they're collective, and that's what we're going to be right on with.
Is there such a thing as a tagger at West Coast now, or Hutchie's not playing? And
Yeah.
How do you handle it nowadays?
No, there's coolers. Taggers, I think we always, what if someone gets right off the chain. It's gift to get though with us at the moment, so we'll work through that. There's definitely some options with us, and we might start with it. We're still working on some of the things at training today.